This is Ninja's electric pizza oven, and apparently it can make any style of pizza, from Neapolitan to New York, without any wood or fire in just a few minutes. I've reviewed hundreds of kitchen gadgets, but I'm definitely not a chef. So if I can make a perfect pizza, you can too. Oh, and this oven doesn't stop at pizza. It can also proof, bake, broil, and reheat, which I'll also be testing throughout this video. But first, what does it come with straight out of the box? So you've obviously got the pizza oven here that just opens up to put your pizza inside of it. And aside from that, there's only two pieces, the pizza stone and the bake pan. We'll be using the bake pan later, but for now, the stone just slides into here with the Ninja at the top, or I guess front right corner. And just like that, we're all set to go. Now, once you have it plugged in and turned on, you'll see the 5 mode settings on the left right here: pizza, bake, proof, broil, and warm. The proof setting basically just sets it to 90 degrees so you can proof your dough, and the warm setting just sets it to 170 to keep a pizza or any food warm after you make it. Aside from that, when you're on pizza, you have 4 different pizza option settings right there: Neapolitan, thin, New York, and pan pizza, or you can custom set it. These basically just give you a custom temperature to start cooking the pizza at. So now I'm gonna bring this outside and get it preheating. And so after that super quick setup, I've now got it preheating for our first test, which is just gonna be a classic Neapolitan style pizza, which feels like one of the hardest pizzas to make to perfection. I want that slightly charred, puffy crust without burning the bottom or leaving the middle raw. So let's get to making the pizza. I'm starting with just 8 ounces of pre-made dough here, and I'm gonna roll this out into about a 10-inch pizza. And I feel like that's the best I'm really gonna do with this pizza. So now I'm going in with maybe about a tablespoon or 2 of sauce, and I'm just gonna put a really light layer of sauce on it. That's what they recommend. You don't want it to be too heavy or the pizza is just gonna get all soggy and really not cooked properly. Let's lightly dabble some cheese on the top. Once again, I think I'm gonna try and keep it pretty light here with just some mozzarella cheese. I do want the pizza to be cheesy, but I don't want to undercook the pizza because of too many toppings. And then just a handful of pepperonis. I'm hoping that they curl up a little bit when I cook it. Our pizza is ready, so once preheating is done, I'll let you know and we'll get the pizza in. And about 12 or 13 minutes later, it's telling me it's ready for food, so let's get this opened up. Oh, it feels really hot. Slide our pizza onto the stone in there, and apparently my pizza peel is a little bit too big for this oven, so I'm gonna try and get this pizza to slide in a little bit more. All right, for take 2, I'm using a bit of a smaller peel here, and I'm hoping I can get this pizza in there nicely. There we go. Okay, this time we are underway cooking, and we'll see what happens in about 3 to 5 minutes. And close to 1.5 minutes in, we are already getting a little bit of a puffy crust and some golden cheese on the middle there. It is definitely looking like it's gonna turn out well. Look at that pizza 2.5 minutes in. I'm still gonna give it another 30 seconds or so, but we look like we're near perfection on that. It's now been about 3 minutes. I'm gonna pull this out. Oh my God, that pizza looks amazing. I'd say the pizza has slight unevenness in cooking. On the back side here, it is a little bit more of a burnt crust, which is honestly what I was going for. And then the front side could have used maybe like 15, 20 more seconds, but I didn't want to burn the back anymore. The middle looks absolutely perfect, and the bottom also just looks like a perfect pizza. Let's get this thing cut up and see how it tastes though. In certain portions of the pizza, it looks like the dough isn't 100% cooked through, so I probably should have given it the extra minute or so and maybe done a little bit of rotation, but I'm still gonna taste test this. It still looks amazing. It doesn't taste raw at all to me, actually. It just looks like it a little bit on some of the sides. It tastes absolutely amazing though, and I could eat this every day. Since I left the Neapolitan pizza just a little bit raw, this time I've prepared a New York style pizza, but I used a rolling pin to make sure the dough was nice and thin because I think it might have been a little bit too thick last time. So let's see if I can at least pull off the New York style. Now, if you're cooking multiple pizzas back to back, it actually stays preheated for over an hour, so you can just put the pizza in when it says ready each time. It'll be at temperature, and then just start it as soon as that pizza is in there. We're gonna give the New York style about about 7 minutes or so, and then we'll check on it. And our 7-minute timer is now going off. Let's take a look at our New York style pizza. That one is looking real nice. Now, admittedly, it got a little bit messed up when I was putting it into the oven. I would definitely recommend getting a peel that fits the oven well, but overall, that's looking pretty good. My one complaint is that the toppings aren't 100% crisp. I want those pepperonis to have a really nice crisp to them, so that's hopefully where the broil setting is going to come in. I'm gonna switch the mode down here to broil, get it turned on, and let's broil those pepperonis for another 1 or 2 minutes, and let's see how they are after that. It's been about 2.5 minutes, and I do think they're getting a little bit crispier. I'm not seeing any burn marks yet, so I'm gonna continue to let this broil and see how crispy we can get those toppings. It's now been broiling for about 5 minutes, and definitely the cheese and pepperoni have gotten a lot crispier from that. I probably left it about 20 seconds too long, but it looks pretty ready to me. And just cutting through this, you can hear the crispiness of this pizza from that broil setting, so I think it definitely made a huge difference. And looking at the inside of the pizza this time, it definitely looks all the way cooked through, so the rolling pin was definitely the move here. This might burn my mouth, but I cannot wait to taste test, so I'm diving in. Yeah, it's even better than our Neapolitan pizza. This one is really crispy from the pepperonis all the way through the bottom of the crust, and it's just an absolutely delicious pizza. And by the way, that's what the bottom of this pizza looks like, and you can hear how crunchy that actually is. But now that we've had our pizza, let's see if this oven can handle dessert too. I've got some pre-made cinnamon rolls that I'll be using to taste the bake setting on the oven. And I've got these in the bake pan that the oven came with, so all I've got to do is slide this in. It's already on the bake setting, and get it started. And I'll let you guys know when these cinnamon rolls are ready. It's been about 18 minutes now, and I think those cinnamon rolls are looking absolutely amazing. I will say this front one is a little bit less cooked than the back one, so it probably would have been worth rotating them at some point to get the order switched up, but overall, I'm not mad at how they look. And taking a look at the inside of the cinnamon roll, it also looks perfectly cooked, but how does it taste? Oh, it's crispy. It's soft on the inside. It's honestly cooked to perfection. So yeah, the pizza oven clearly makes delicious food, but is it worth it if the cleanup time takes forever? Now, I think the answer would be no, but good news is that all you need to do is kind of wipe down the glass door here with a paper towel and some water, and same thing with the sides on the inside. The only real piece you have to clean is the pizza stone right there, which does look like it'll be a little bit of a nightmare, but a little bit of hot water and a sponge and a little bit of scrubbing, and maybe 5 or 10 minutes later, that should be fully clean. So yeah, it's not the easiest cleanup in the world, but with how delicious the food is and how quick it can make a perfect pizza, I would say I definitely recommend the electric pizza oven. I've reviewed plenty of other gadgets from Ninja as well, and if you want to see the reviews of their other gadgets, I've created an entire playlist that you can check out right here.